thank you for taking the time to do this interview, being able to help promote the brand new Black Anvil album, in which you guys will be promoting it on tour in just a couple days with Mayhem and Inquisition.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I absolutely love the new album. I love the direction that it's going in and all the different soundscapes that come along with it.
Thanks a lot, man. That means a lot.
Oh, I'm glad to be of service. I mean, I really, truly appreciate it because you guys aren't afraid to play the kind of music that you want to play, and that's what I always gravitate towards, instead of trying to rehash something that's already been done, just playing what you want to play.
I don't like really repeating things, you know. I spent a lot of time in older bands just sort of doing the same shit and not just rehashing stuff. Like, I have no regrets, but not really progressing much and being involved in shit where if there's even the slightest progression, you get shit on. And it's fucking, I think it's whack, you know, like we're musicians and we want to do shit and we want to stay hungry and stay creative and not like, I don't know, not waste our, let's use the word talent lightly. But you know what I mean? We sort of want to just do whatever the fuck we want to do and enjoy it and enjoy being creative, you know?
Exactly. That's what being a musician is about. I mean, there are some musicians who love creating the same album over and over again and they still feel inspired, but I know so many more musicians that just want to try different aspects of their creativity, and especially with this new album, I'm definitely hearing that this time around.
Yeah, I don't really think it's so far removed from anything we've done that like we should call it another band, you know? It's just progressing and stepping our game up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's having that core sound, but just being able to keep going with it with the progressions like you were talking about.
Yeah, I agree. Every band that I'm hugely inspired by or have ever been inspired by has always never been afraid to do whatever they want, and that's just always something I'll do at whatever risk. You know, if people don't agree or don't get it, then that's whatever. I'll deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, how did the whole writing process for the new album begin? I mean, did you already have these ideas set in mind, or did it take a while to create?
No, it just sort of, you know, when we started, we just buckled down and just started writing music. And, you know, for us, for me personally, you know, it really involves a time and place and getting in the zone. And if that's not there, then it's just not the right time to convey what you're trying to convey or channel like those energies. So it's, you know, as much as it's the typical pick up a guitar and write shit scenario, it's just still slightly deeper than that. There's more to it than just picking up a guitar and writing music. It's just, you know, deeper.
Oh yeah, and you want it to be inspired music. I mean, when you're especially writing in this style, you want to make sure that you're enjoying what you're playing as well. So I mean, you got to have a personal connection to the music that you're playing with.
Yeah, a personal, spiritual connection. It's big with us, and you know, without that, there's no point.
So with that, how did that come about with the lyrics this time around? How much of a personal meaning was it this time around?
It's always personal. You know, everything we do is personal and emotional. And, you know, we treat it with love as we would, I don't know, your fucking, like, childhood pet or something, you know, or, like, significant other. I've heard that used before. Someone saying, expressing a passion for something, like being, you know, like using a wife as an example. I completely agree. You know, you have to love, you have to care for what you do, or else, to me, what's the point? Like, if you're just doing it, I don't need to just have fun. I got shit in life that's fun. I'll put on the TV if I want to have fucking fun. But when it comes to this, it's personal because you know, those lyrics are deep, and I don't really like to discuss them 100%. You know, they're definitely open up for interpretation, and I think speak for themselves. But if you don't mean that, if you don't mean what you're saying, I don't know. I just don't see the. And even with some of the bands that are above ground that I've come up with, you know, there should be a point to it. I don't want to listen to like R&B songs about fake relationships and the dude that's been cheating on his girlfriend or whatever, like whatever like those bullshit songs are about. I understand why they exist, but it's just like I can't relate to it if it's fake.
Exactly, and that's why I always gravitate towards those kind of lyrics, the one with those personal messages that are so relatable in life.
Yeah, and you can interpret it how you want, you know, or maybe something to me, you know, you get something different out of it. You might not get a spiritual feeling from it, but we do. And maybe you're having an issue in a relationship or something. I don't know, you know, like you turn it into what you want it to be.
Yeah, and that's a great way to approach it as well, because some people will get disappointed if it turns out that the song means something than what they originally thought it was. And when you leave it open to interpretation like that, it can have so many different meanings.
Exactly, and I don't really have to explain myself. It's just better that way, like, again, and that just goes back into the whole personal element of this. Like, it is really personal, and we're putting it out there for people to hear. So it's just like, maybe it's rude that we're not really always explaining what we're about, but that's just how it goes, People buy books and read poems. You don't always know. That's the beauty of it, is you don't always have to know everything.
Yeah, it's definitely true. It's good to have a little bit of mystery behind it, too, because it always makes you want to go back and try to figure out things more. I mean, if you don't know the definitive answer.
Exactly.
So, with the album being out, what has been the reception so far for the new album?
Well, I can tell so far so good, like, we're happy with it, so that's really the only thing that I really try to focus on, like, I've seen, I read things just because I like to see what the reaction is and what's going on the lovely internet, but, some people get it and some people don't. I just try to look at it that way, and I've seen a couple of reviews, people that just don't get it, doesn't seem like their thing. It's cool, there's the door.
Yeah, and again, that goes back to being a musician in this style. You want to make the music that's going to make you happy, and if you make fans out of it, that's a great thing, but you also don't want to go out there and write music that you can't fully be behind just to make other people happy. You got to be happy with what you make.
Yeah, I'd rather play in front of 5 people and be into the shit that I'm into, which is, we've spent years doing that. I'd rather just be real, Yeah,
absolutely. So like I mentioned in the beginning, in just a couple days, you're going to be going out on tour with Mayhem and Inquisition. How does that feel to be a part of such a great lineup?
It's always good to be on a tour that, with bands that, how do I word this? We've been on the road with bands that we don't particularly care for musically, end up being good people, but that's besides the point, Like, I realize that we're out there to do what we have to do, and regardless of who we're playing with. As long as there's people there playing this, we do our thing for ourselves. Not in a selfish way, but, to further the band and to spread our message. It's always been a thing. In a case like this, of course I'm a fan of Mayhem, legendary band, It's a really good bill, and it's a very fitting bill, yet also a pretty diverse bill. Like, all 3 bands are pretty different, and that's an important factor, to have some sort of diversity, but yet still keep it in the same ballpark. So I think this is a very well-rounded, all-together package.
Yeah.
And the shows will be packed, and I'm just looking forward to doing what we do,
Yeah, I was just about to say that, too. It's like, to an outside person, I mean, you could categorize all 3 bands into the same style, but when you really dive into it, all 3 bands are so diverse from each other, but it all makes sense, and you won't get that feeling by the time that Mayhem gets on stage that you just heard 2 of the same bands that sound like Mayhem. It's like, it's all very diverse, but still has that core sound.
Yeah, exactly. We're all from different regions, all mean different things, all come from a different time and place. And I'm sorry about that again.
Oh, not a problem.
Couple, 2, 3 interruptions.
Oh, that's all right. So, when it comes to the set list, how do you put something together like this when you're the first band of a tour?
We're just going to play all new stuff and represent what we're doing currently. We are still a relatively new band. We've been around for a while, but in the grand scheme, we're not an iconic band where I feel we need to play like the hits and dig into a back catalog. So we're going to focus on this new record. It's getting a lot of, good press and good hype, and we're just going to go and rep that.
Yeah, that's definitely a great approach to it, too, because, again, like, I really love the new album, and it's great to see that there is that kind of reception for it, that you want to go out and play all those new songs, because they are great.
Yeah, and I'm always a supportive fan of bands playing new music, like old Alga. I'm listening to Metallica play their whole new record, I'll be happy, But I'm different. A lot of people might not share that sentiment. But I think in our case, it's clearly a different case than Metallica. But Yeah, it's us playing all the new stuff is a smart move. We need to rep our current mode.
Oh, definitely. So with that, with having an opening set like that, are you going to be switching out any of the songs from the new album? Or do you have like a static set of the songs that you're going to be playing from the new album?
We have a set. We're going to play 5.
Oh, very cool.
And it all ties together in order. So we're taking out 2 of them that are a little long. And upon getting back in April, we're going to do a New York show and just play the whole record in its entirety.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, that'd be a great experience to see. Along with that, after this tour and announcing this show, playing the full album, is there any other plans in 2017 set up yet?
It's still pretty early to say. Like, a lot of things are in the mix and not totally confirmed 100%. But yeah, we have a lot going on this year.
Oh, very cool. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that the new album is going to be getting the promotion it deserves from the PR, from people like me promoting it, and from you guys being able to go out and tour behind it.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know. I never know how to take it, really, so I just sort of try to just take it. And yeah, you know, we're gonna just do what we gotta do. I always say that we gotta do what we gotta do. So. Oh,
definitely. So with it being the beginning of the year in 2017, did you have any favorite albums that came out last year?
Yeah, I do, but I don't even. Whenever I get asked this, I just go blank, and I don't even remember what the hell came out. I forget about everything that came out in 1 year. And I'll hang up the phone, and I'll think of like 400 records. But I'm gonna say I do like that new Metallica record, To Start Above Ground. I like it a lot. I like everything they do because I'm like a psycho fucking Metallica fan. But I do like that record a lot. Faust put out a really powerful record last year from Holland. That's in my top rotation. And also Bolzer from Switzerland.
Oh, yeah.
They put out a really fantastic record.
Yeah, I mean, right there, like 3 very diverse bands, but it's great to have that kind of eclectic taste like that. I mean, from the legendary Metallica to Bolzer from Switzerland, who are just known for their great evil sound. I mean, that's some great eclectic taste.
Yeah, those are the first ones that come to mind. Like, there's so many. All I do is listen to music all day, like a lunatic. But yeah, those 3 records were the 3 powerful ones. Those are the only 3 that made it onto my phone. Normally, I keep the music off of the phone, and I just, you know, listen to records when I'm home or whatever. But those 3 made the phone because they had to be accessible at all times.
Oh, and that's great to see that, too. So, when you guys are going to be going out on tour, what do you normally listen to when you're touring? I mean, do you just like listen to the radio stations? Do you like pick out different music? How does that work?
Oh yeah, we're always listening to shit all across the boards, from hip hop to, you know, a lot of punk and hardcore, just everything you can imagine. You know, there's no boundaries when it comes to like listening to and enjoying music. Sometimes you need shit to just keep you awake. Sometimes you don't want to be bothered with someone else's shit, so you want to zone out. So there's no shortage of shit happening in the van when we're cruising. So that's good. But I'm always running a lot of hip hop stuff, like older '90s shit. That, you know, it's just good to torture some of the other people. The other guys listen to some old thuggy shit. Usually when we're all together, you do a lot of blast from the past shit. Like, you know, myself and the drummer will go on a kick and just DJ for a couple of hours and just, you know, go back and listen to shit that we all just relate to and grew up on. Or there's times where you just want to hear a whole record, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And it's great to see that is happening, even with going on tour, being able to just have that mindset of those long drives and being able to listen to the music that you want to listen to and just being able to relax on such long trips.
Yeah, well, the music I want to listen to. Yeah, sometimes there's no choice. But, yeah, you know, it's good. That's all we got, really, you know? Or fucking put your headphones on and read a book.
Oh, absolutely. Well, awesome. Well, again, thank you for taking the time to do this interview. Again, I absolutely love As Was. I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of my top albums of 2017 already. I'm just loving it that much, and I'm glad to see that you guys are getting such good promotion from it, such good press, and getting the right promotion and being able to tour throughout the rest of the year, possibly in the 2018 unless the writing cycle starts before that. And I'm just glad to see everything that's happening going on with Black Anvil.
Thanks a lot, man. Greatly appreciate it.